Actually,
Hello, this is Mr. J, where Ryan and Mike and me are going to be picking our favorite albums. And yeah, we're going to be talking about them, talking about why they're our favorites, and we hope you like the video. So we'll start off with Mike, because he's the farthest one to my left, and I guess we'll go to B and then to Ryan.
all right. I'm not going to put these in a specific order,
Me neither.
but I'm going to go for my first one. I'll say is Collective Soul, Dosage. I can remember getting that one. I think my wife bought it. My wife buys all the Collective Soul albums, and then I just steal them. But that's the one I've listened to a lot more than the others. It's got some awesome songs. It's got Heavy, which is heavy.
One of their biggest hits.
One of their biggest hits. Yeah. But it's the album I probably listen beginning to end to more than any other album. So
That's pretty good of an album then.
it is. I probably it could be in the hundreds, because there was a time when every weekend I'd play that thing. The kids remember. So yeah, Dosage
That's awesome.
was awesome. It has Run on it, which is a slower song.
That's Mom's favorite song, actually.
Is it? A great
Yeah.
song to play on acoustic guitar. It's only, 4 chords?
Something like that.
Yeah. And then I'll also say the song Crown, because another slow song, but it wasn't a release song, but really good song. So that would be my first.
Okay. Alright, so my album that I've listened to, it's kind of like yours, where you don't know how many times you listen to it. You listen to it over 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. Linkin Park is my favorite band, and their first album, Hybrid Theory, was absolutely amazing. Their biggest hit was In the End, which I'm pretty sure all the viewers should probably know.
If they don't, they need to go.
You gotta look at it.
Yeah.
It has over 1 billion views.
Go YouTube.
Just turn on the radio.
Just
You'll
turn on
find it.
2000s radio. You'll hear it right away. But yeah, it's my favorite album. But In the End is not my favorite song.
In the end, it's not your favorite song.
It doesn't even matter. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
I see.
But I have lots of favorites, but I gotta say my favorite one from that album has gotta be the song called By Myself. It's just, like, the whole album, it's very, it's about not liking yourself. Like, it's kind of depressing, but in a way it's uplifting to the people who hear it. It's uplifting to Chester Bennington, the one who wrote it. Mike Shinoda, another person who wrote it. The whole band wrote the thing, but Chester and Mike are the ones that kind of put together the lyrics, which kind of make it really good. But yeah, By Myself, Forgotten, Pushing Me Away, just all amazing songs. And yeah, that's got to be my first favorite. I've listened to that album over and over again since I was in grade 6, and I still listen to it very regularly. So that's gonna be my first favorite. Your turn.
Okay, my favorite album of all time is Nevermind by
So you're doing order. You're like, this is it.
Well, I just figured if he's gonna go with his number one first,
Well,
that's
him too.
obviously his number
Yeah,
one.
So
My brain's just gonna go right to Nevermind, and the reason because of that is because I find that there's no other album that you can get the type of energy that Smells Like Teen Spirit or Lithium or In Bloom will give you, because it just makes you want to be a punk and play guitar and smash it, and you just get this overall adrenaline rush, I'd say is the best way to put it. And I love that. And the grunge
Is there a
scene,
song that's not released that you're like, listen to this song?
like my favorite song on the album?
Is that that one?
No, I like that. I like every single song on there, even the Endless Nameless one, which is like basically a bunch of noise.
Oh yeah.
It's It's not as bad as Bugs by Pearl Jam, but
Yeah.
it's a bunch of noise, and it's usually the song they end when they smash the stage. Put it that way.
Gotcha.
And so I'd say my favorite song on there is "Come As You Are" because it was one of the first songs I've ever played on the guitar. That guitar right there, actually.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, and I love how that goes. It's one of the coolest music videos too. I just thought everything about that album couldn't have been cooler, more appealing to someone like me.
I'll
Your next one.
go with my next one. So you kind of foreshadowed that one. I'm gonna go with Pearl Jam Biteology.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I used to have a job where I could listen to music while I worked, and I would put that one on and hit play, and there's some odd songs like Bugs, but I mean, when you listen to the album, the whole thing, it all gels together really well. Not For You,
That's a good
Corduroy.
one. Yeah, I like those.
Spin the
Black Circle.
Flax. Yep. All it's so many good songs on that album. I highly recommend it. So that would be my second pick.
Okay. My second pick, again, this is not in order because I couldn't put them in order. All I know is Hybrid Theory is my number one. But second one I have on my list is Dirt by Allison Chains. I think that album is absolutely amazing. It has a lot of songs on it.
It is. It's an amazing album.
It is. Lane Staley.
My favorite vocalist and one of yours.
Yeah,
You like Chester Bennington.
Chester Bennington's my number one, always will be, but Lane is right up there. He's very close. But
Wish I had his voice.
tell me about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you do.
No,
No.
I've heard it. It's not Lane.
But yeah, I've always liked that album ever since the first time I heard it. Every song there's not one song on there that I don't like. It's all great. But 3 songs that I really like on there. I really like the song I Stay Away. It's just
That's Jar of Flies, Josh.
Oh, that's Jar of Flies?
Yeah,
okay.
That's Jar of Flies. It's not Dirt.
Wait,
You guys are
sorry.
speaking gibberish, and that's a different album.
I know every single Allison Chains song.
Did I get them
by
mixed
her.
up?
Yeah, Jar of Flies is I Stay Away.
Oh, my bad.
I think you're thinking of Down in a Hole. That's the song you like the best on there, isn't it?
Yeah, if I'm looking through it, I got that song mixed up with it. No, I Stay Away. Is that the one we were talking about?
No, that's not. You said album that you're on is Dirt, and then you
Yeah.
said I Stay Away, and that's Jar of Flies. That's a different album.
It's on Dirt.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Let
I
me
have
show
it
you.
right here.
Let me
We
show
have
you.
we have a showdown here.
I got it right here. Look.
Maybe it's on a.
You're wrong. This is a DP.
Oh boy.
No, I know it is.
That says Dirt right on it, doesn't it?
That's messed up.
We'll have to do some more digging.
Okay.
We'll dig into this further.
It's Jar of Flies.
Okay.
You'll see it.
It's on Dirt. It's on it. It's on the
we will
album right
prove it
here.
that it is on Jar of Flies.
I wonder if it was on both.
It wasn't.
Sometimes
It was on
they
Jar
do
of
that.
Flies.
It is on
Well, I'm
Dirt.
not saying it wasn't on
No.
Jar.
See, what happened is
No.
on our phones, it's all on Apple.
Yeah.
It's all on one account, and so every now and then, if you get like a song by an artist you have so much of, it'll start to mix it in. Like it did the same thing for Stone Temple Pilots with Core and their greatest hits.
Okay.
And I know exactly how I bought it.
Well, that's
All right. Well,
That's horrible
Let's get
for
off of
having
that.
to-
Let's
Yeah.
get off of Apple's inconvenience.
yeah,
that's
screw
horrible.
you, Apple.
on Google, or I guess YouTube Music now. They changed over from Google Music. but-
Yeah. Anyways,
It's a shame.
that song is on my Dirt album on my phone.
So you have a
So
custom Dirt album. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it really
Yeah.
is.
It's kind of
But
a
we'll
dirty-
Another
show
song.
it later in the video that is actually on Jar of Flies.
okay, we're done.
Just
Another good
say
song.
it.
Oh, quiet. Another good song on there is Nutshell. Nutshell is a really good one.
Also Jar
I
of
like-
Flies. I'm sorry, Josh, but I'm right.
What is wrong with this album, though?
I just told you, like, every now and then if you get so many albums by the
So
same
we need
artist, they'll
everybody
mix
to
it
do
in.
is we need everybody to put a complaint in with Apple. If you're watching this,
They
please
completely
complain to
screwed
Apple.
over.
It was
My
when we
knowledge
switched
of
our
albums.
phones. Josh, it was when we switched over our phones.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I know exactly how I bought those albums, and I'm right.
When you've got teenagers that are getting into the 90s stuff
I'm right.
through digital,
Hey, I started with CDs, and I got them over there to prove it.
I'm just seeing that helps you, right? Like, Josh is coming along and he's putting these albums and looking at these albums and thinking this stuff came from a certain album, and
Well, that's because it literally shows
that's
up
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
Like that's
So
that's horrible.
it
That's,
screwed me over.
yeah. Can you imagine if you saw that album in a store and you didn't read the songs in the back? You're like, oh, I love that album. Then you bought it and you bring it home and you play. You're like, where's all the songs that I wanted?
Yeah,
You'd
none
be
of the
so
songs
ticked.
That's like
Like,
that Bush album you were thinking
completely
of.
screwed over this one. But anyways, all these songs I'm naming,
Just
Jar
go
of
find
Flies
that
and
album.
Dirt mixed
What's
in, I
the next
guess.
song you're gonna say?
Junkhead.
Okay, that's Dirt.
Okay.
That's the only Dirt song on your list.
Well,
Okay,
you win
well,
some, you lose some. I think
All
we got
right.
the point across that he really likes. So.
All right, it's Josh's birthday. It can be on the Dirt.
It's my birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday, Josh.
Yeah,
Maybe
thank
I'll
you.
get you the Dirt album.
Yeah.
Or the...
yeah, the proper one.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, what you got?
Okay, well, my next one is Above by Mad Season, and the reason because of that, it is such a unique sound that includes, because it's the grunge era, but at the same time, it's like they brought in Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Screaming Trees, and there's one other band. Pearl Jam.
So the
Yeah.
Mad Season is just a collection of bands?
It's kind of like one of them super groups when they take like a bunch of
Okay.
incredible musicians, and this is like the pinnacle of the '90s. So you
I
got
should know this.
Mike McCready of Pearl Jam on the guitar, Elaine Staley on vocals, and because of that album, I bought those bongos. Specifically that album, it made me want to start my own bongos and drum stuff. And so I figured, you know what? That would be such a cool thing to learn, to do that album on such a different instrument in such a different time. And my favorite song on there is Wake Up, and that song is, it's pretty deep meaning of it, because it's about basically going into this hole of just drug addiction pretty much, and it's pretty much saying like you gotta wake up, you gotta get yourself out of this, because slow suicide's no way to go. And that's how they see it. And unfortunately that's how Lane died. And so for that reason alone, I think that's just a hell of a good song right there. And also Lifeless Dead, that's another good one. I just love playing the guitar. I just taught Josh how to do that one
Oh, yeah?
yesterday. And the song River of Deceit, and that was the first song I ever actually sang before, because Mom said she wanted me to sing one of her favorite songs, and that was the first song I felt comfortable singing, and I loved it. So yeah, that's probably my second favorite album, if not my first, depending on the day.
All right, I'll go with my third on my list. I have So Much for the Afterglow from Everclear.
Knew it.
I don't know if you guys ever...
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
like their best album.
Yeah, I would,
Their most hits were on that.
I would go with that. For me, Normal Like You, song not released, really good song. It's got kind of a different sound to it, and a little bit about depression again. And Sunflowers, another song I like. It's near the end of the album, and Father of Mine, which was a big hit for them.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites
Yeah,
too.
it's got good guitar work. And then a little bonus at the end. I remember when I used to listen to the CD, there'd be like the big Dead. I think it was like California King song, and then there was like a 10 minutes of dead air, and then this little secret song. Back in the day, they were secret.
Yeah. Yeah.
I Will Be Hating You for Christmas.
I do know that one.
Love that song.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that one. I think me and you've actually done that in guitar a couple of years ago.
Maybe.
So.
Yeah, you might be right. So yeah, that I love the album. I've listened to it a ton. Lots of good songs. They were definitely at their peak when they made that album. So that's my third. What you got, Josh?
I got Soundgarden, their Super Unknown album.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called
called
Super
Super
Unknown.
I don't know any of it.
It's their Black Hole Sun album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It has a bunch of good songs that I like. I really like the song Let Me Drown. That's a good
Don't
one.
let me drown.
Spoon Man's a good one. Like Suicide's a good one. The Super Unknown song is a good one. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. Chris Cornell, the singer of it, he's one of my favorite vocalists. He's
One of our favorite. We love that whole grunge era scene.
Yep. Soundgarden is definitely one of my favorite grunge bands. It might be my favorite grunge band if I think about it, but
That or Alice in Chains, but yeah.
I put Alice in Chains in front of them, but yeah, they're definitely up there. Chris Cornell, amazing voice. It's so unique. He has so much range. He was a good person, and yeah,
Absolutely.
that's definitely one of my favorites. So
And what was the name of the album? The Unknown album?
Super
the Super
unknown.
Unknown album.
It's
Unknown
super
album.
unknown.
I'm gonna write that.
It's so unknown. It's super.
I've been writing down some of your stuff because I do want to listen to it.
Okay.
All right, what you got, Ryan?
Okay, my next one is By the Way by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that album, I remember it was in high school, probably about grade 11 year, and I didn't really care too much about school. I liked my guitar too much, and so I just wanted to find certain albums that popped out to me on the guitar, and the song Can't Stop on that By the Way album was one of the first songs I had to do perfect in order to prove myself, worthy of the guitar, and I did on that guitar, and there's a video of me somewhere on it. And the song By the Way itself, like I've had some buddies at high school where we'd just be humming a tune and it would turn to us like just chanting the lyrics and stuff like that, and so
Definitely good memories associated with the album.
yeah, and for that reason alone right there, for having such good social memories of it, it's just it's a fun thing to have with people.
I guess I'm up.
Yes, you are.
All right, I have a fourth here. It is 16 Stone by Bush.
Excellent album.
Another album I believe I borrowed permanently from my wife back in the day.
Still got it.
Yeah, I mean, we put all the CDs in like a CD case, and then we took all the CDs themselves and put them out in the garage. But yeah, we have this binder, right, and it's right full of CDs.
I think I've seen that binder. It's a big one.
She had a lot of CDs back in the day that I got my hands on. But yeah, that one had, again, beginning to end, I used to throw it on at night and just listen to the whole thing. That's how I fall asleep some nights, is listening to 16 Stone. Everything Zen was one
That's
of
a
my
good
favorites. Yeah. Little Things,
That's my favorite.
and a song called Monkey, which not released.
It's a funky monkey song.
Yeah, it's very funky. So yeah, you should check it out. It's a great album from 90s.
96 or so.
Yeah, it's mid 90s. So yeah, if you're into that
Peak
stuff.
time of music.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
it's got Machine
90s.
Head on it, and some people like Machine Head and Glycerine, I think.
It's Come Down.
I don't wanna come back down. Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of good songs in that.
So yeah, you should check that one out. It's a great, again, at the beginning to end, you listen to it and it gels together. And I think it sounds better when you're able to listen to the whole thing versus picking a song here and there. The other one was Pearl Jam. Like, you gotta listen to beginning to end, because if you just pick out certain songs are maybe not as good.
It just doesn't fit together.
The
right?
Bug song, like if you listen beginning to end.
Nobody listens to that song alone.
No.
You have to be one
It's
of
got
those
to be
guys
sandwiched between two songs, and you get into it, and then you hear the Bug song, and you're so mesmerized by what you've been listening to that you end up listening to the whole Bug song.
And you've listened to it probably more times than you'd like to admit. Just because
dozens
you
of
re-listened
times,
to the
for
album.
Sure. Yes. Josh, what you got?
I got No Sun Today by Great A's.
That's an awesome album.
It's an amazing album. It's probably my favorite grunge album ever.
That's my favorite Chester Bennington album, actually.
Yeah.
So this is old. Is this
that's like his high school band.
Yeah, when he was in high school, this was his band.
That's my
did
favorite
they,
stuff.
Re-release it or
they
go on YouTube. You can find certain
they
tracks.
redid everything they did, and they made it sound more new.
Okay.
So it fitted with today's
So they did
music.
what Taylor Swift did.
I don't know what that means. I don't know much
Taylor
about
Swift
her.
re-recorded
Taylor
all
who?
over. Yeah, sorry.
You listen to 90s stuff.
Sorry, my kids were telling me this. Oh, sorry, go on.
Alright. Well, anyways, yeah, Chester Bennington, before he joined Linkin Park, he was in this band called Great A's. Some really deep songs in there. He had a rough childhood, and you can tell by listening to it because he's like my age and maybe a little bit older, probably up to like 22 or something.
Between our ages.
Yeah.
And that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, from like 15 to 22 or something, he did this, and yeah, he wrote some really deep stuff at such a young age that it's crazy to think that such a young
van at that time.
Yeah, he was living in a van that didn't move, but I think I told that story on another podcast.
Episode 1?
But it kind of
Yeah, I
shows you
think
where he
so.
was in his life, though, to hear the album.
Yeah, so the song Soul Song, that song's really deep. What's in the Eye is a really good one, and I love this song Sometimes. It's just really good, really deep. Has a nice grunge sound to it, amazing singing, amazing instrumental. It's just a really good album. I really recommend you look at it. And yeah, that's definitely up there.
What you got, Ryan?
My next album is Alice in Chains' 1995 album. It's just called Alice in Chains.
Self-titled or whatever.
Yeah, and at this time I was really into just trying to find like psychedelic type rock because I got kind of into that kind of movement of music because I thought it was kind of groovy and funky, and I kind of liked that, and so they kind of took a little turn with that album versus something like Jar of Flies or Dirt or the same thing. That one, I really feel like you can really hear Lane's voice really good on that one. In songs like God Damn and Again. And it's just one of those albums that when I'm in my truck and I hear any song, it has to be max volume so you could headbang. And overall, I just find it all genius. I think Jerry Cantrell's guitar playing is something really cool. Like, as a musician, I find him underrated.
So that was their first album?
That was their... No, it was later. It was probably about their fourth or fifth.
It's always interesting when they do a self-titled.
Yeah, especially when it's like in the middle of their career.
Yeah.
Usually it'd be their first, but no.
It's odd. It's like all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I just can't think of a name. Got all these songs, I can't think of a name.
You know what I find is weird?
What's that?
Their Van Halen. How their first album was Van Halen 2.
Yeah.
Then like 1996, they get like two different singers. Like, what are we gonna call this album? Van Halen 3. And they released like 5 albums since then.
Okay.
Want to know, off topic, but want to know a really good album name? I think it was System of a Down. Wasn't it called Steal This Album?
Yeah,
or
it's my
something?
favorite album.
Yeah.
Blank screen of the CD, and the CD it looks like it's written in like Sharpie. Steal this album.
Yeah, so
And I thought that was the
they'll have the
coolest thing
CD at like music shops.
You
and
can
it'll
only
just say
get it on
steal
CD.
Steal this album on it. So
CDs were so cool, because like
it's the
was
physical
awesome.
part that's missing. Because now music's all like digital on phones and stuff.
well, even even an album, like the term album, like what you were
A
just
record.
saying, with like they used to put they used to group the songs together so that they could send a group of songs to the radio stations, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just sending them one at a time, because that's expensive. So they have these records and then albums. And nowadays, they really don't need to do that.
No, they put out more singles.
So the
than
whole
anything.
thing is just like falling apart. But yeah, back in
I
the
love
day,
that. I love the ideas of just buying a full 12-song album.
I
and
know,
just
yeah.
listening to it when
Yeah.
you're, background noise or whatever.
I feel like you get more connected with the band. Nowadays, you pick one song from this band and this band and this band. You pick like what the radio tells you is their best song.
Yeah, I like to go in deep. Like you were saying earlier about Everclear and the New York Times. I actually dug deep one day and I listened to a couple of their albums, like the Afterglow album.
Yeah. So much American Movie Volume.
Song for an American Movie?
Yeah, Song for an American Movie. There's Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think of Volume 1 I liked better. But there's so many. Yeah,
you gotta listen to albums like all together. I feel like we won't really understand that.
But that might
at one
even
point.
be something that doesn't even, nowadays they don't even record like that because they know people don't do that. But definitely when you're looking at the 90s and earlier, even the 2000s, they were meant to be, they knew that their fans were going to listen to that whole album.
Yeah, all
which is
fused
why they
together at
buried
once.
songs at the end after all the white noise or whatever, and
That and all the hidden gems in the songs too. Like
and
you
even
hear
in the
messages.
album, like sometimes you would open like the CD case and I had a piece of paper in the back and you'd look at the names. But if you rip that apart, a lot of the times they would put a secret. That page would actually fold out, but nobody would know it because the CD sits in front of it, right? But if you pull that CD cartridge thing out,
I always look at those.
yeah, and there's like
Sometimes
all these
you get like a
little
poster or something.
yeah,
like
you just never know. So, yeah, albums were amazing back in the day.
that. Oh yeah.
Well, music in general.
No, yeah, you guys are.
Yeah, technology, it's honestly kind of taken away what music used to be. Because
I feel like that's true, but in another way, I feel like
It's
we're
helped.
just waiting for the next big band or wave of rock to hit.
that's what I'm hoping. It's just that, in my opinion, this is what I think. I think music is something played from an instrument. Like, I think that's very normal to think, but if you think about it, it's like
But like, is a
music-
keyboard an instrument? A keyboard with like.
something that you hit or do,
Synthesizers and all that
But
stuff.
that's what I
a
was gonna
physical
say,
thing
then
you
you
do
can-
to make noise
Yeah.
is
But
music.
that's what they're doing. They're just using a synthesizer, and that's their instrument, right? Like that,
Yeah, but when they
it's
use
tricky.
a computer and you're just hitting little things,
You're
saying-
hitting little loops. You're creating like a.
That's not music. It's
And then
not
you
made with
loop
an
it.
instrument. It's made
Yeah.
with a computer.
But then you have those things where you can play a song, you can loop this bass line, and then you overlay it with the loop of some chords, and then you sing and you just loop. Yeah, like,
It depends on how much you abuse it. Because some people, it's like, I'm gonna do this one high thing that I'm not gonna be able to do for the rest of the song. So I'm gonna put that high note in like 5 times so I don't have to do it again.
but it gives people
What's
like
that?
me hope.
Yeah, but where's that gonna put you in a live concert?
Well,
It's just
true.
gonna make you look like.
But that's another thing
Vince
that's
Neil.
kind of the last couple of years. That's the thing of the past, Josh.
Yeah,
Concerts aren't really
Yeah,
that
they're
much
not
of a
making their
thing.
money on concerts right now, are they?
yeah. But that's
Hopefully
just
they
my
do soon.
opinion on technology with music. I think music's made by doing something, not by using cheap things all the time.
Yeah. But just before we say peace out, there's been some concert news lately. I think Motley Crue has kind of announced that they're going ahead with their concert this summer.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett
Yes.
stadium tour, and I remember when that came out a couple of years ago. I was so pumped to see it.
I
because
remember.
I got all of their records, all of them, every single one, even the live stuff. and then I'd go find the T-shirts anywhere I could get them. I'd rewatch their movie.
Are you still excited, or you?
I would love to see it.
Like I was
even
looking,
now.
they're stadiums though, right? So I think there's an Ohio one that might not be too bad. I don't know. We'd have to look and see.
Oh yeah,
Toronto has one, but
they just released more tour dates.
Yeah.
Like I'm keeping an eye on that. I wanted to see that 2-3 years.
You know
ago.
what we need? We need 1 million subscribers and 1 million views, so that we can
mail us concert tickets.
Well, we'll buy our own, and then we can come back and report back.
Yeah.
So
Our feedback on the Motley Crue, Poison, Def Leppard, Joan Jett.
There was another one. I can't remember who it is, but another. I don't know if it was Warrant. Another one just announced.
Warrant's the guy's dead for that, isn't he?
Oh, thanks. Thanks for.
Yeah, I ruined it.
Thanks. There's I can't remember now, but it was like three pretty big rock bands from the 80s. I thought, oh, that might be interesting.
I'm trying to think of who that would be.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, I'm like, wow, this is getting good. They're starting to.
Smashing Pumpkins are going out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big for me.
Is it?
Awesome.
I don't know. You might be disappointed. Mixed reviews. I think was his name Billy Corgan. I think he's sometimes on his game and sometimes not on his game.
That's every musician though. Every single. Look at Vince Neil. It's been a while for him, but you know.
Yeah. Hopefully,
you don't know if he's
some
going to come back.
musicians have really stepped up their game to keep putting up good music, good performances.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think that'll do it.
Do we have any honorable mentions though?
Sure.
Oh, we'll say. Well, maybe if we get enough views, we'll do a round 2.
Okay.
But I think we can come up with a lot more albums. And it's nice because they connect to you, right? Like you remember where you were when you were listening to it or when you bought it.
So. Oh, I remember all the memories.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies, I got them into Hybrid Theory.
Did you?
Yeah, we were on like a big field trip and we just started screaming the lyrics to it. It was just so much fun.
Yeah, and you remember it. So yeah, maybe we'll do a second one. But please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.
Burrito.
Chocolate milkshake.